It's the 28th of April and I did another ride through of the Iron Cove diversion today to see if the signage had changed at all. Let's have a look. Now I've got about 7 minutes of video here. I'm going to try and talk through it to stop this being really boring, but I'm probably not going to be able to talk through all of it, so there's going to be some dead air. But this is here as a record to see what the site looks like, and we now have a video record of a ride through. And we start off at the Iron Cove Bridge. And what do we see? This is something I actually missed the other day. Wait for it, wait for it. Yes, there it is. Look, that's where the sign is for the diversion to tell us to go down to the right. I had to blow this up on a 24-inch monitor and go through this freeze frame by frame in order to find that, because I've been through here God knows how many times since this diversion went in, and the only way I could see it was by freeze framing the monitor. How's that? That just tells you how bad the signage, and it just pops out at you from behind this jumble of other signs. So we come down here. Is there any signage? Not that I can see, but I know we have to turn in here, go through the car park, get onto Manning Street. So do we see any signage coming through here to tell us to go straight ahead? Because we could go to the left. Nope, nothing at all. Pretty crummy old car park. You know, the road surface isn't that great. Not much traffic around today, thank goodness, because, well, it's not the greatest place to be riding through. It's not somewhere I would choose to ride through. I guess unless you're on a mountain bike, but it's a bit rough on anything that doesn't have suspension. And so what do we have? Slightly risky corner, but at least there's lots of diversion signage there. Nothing cyclist specific, just tells everyone to go up the hill. Did you spot any stuff there for cyclists? I don't know, I didn't. Well, we know from our ride through the other day that right in front of us there's a tiny little cyclist diversion sign, so let's go left. The interesting thing though about that pole is how low it is. Now I actually think that's a good thing, because the smaller the sign is, at least it's in your line of sight. A lot of the other signage that's been put up through here is not in your line of sight. Now I'm actually standing up here because this is a pretty steep hill. It's probably 8% or so. This is something I think that people who drive don't consider, is that when you are working hard, like I am here to get up this hill, you generally head down over the handlebars and you're not looking around for signage. But we know at least there's a big yellow detour sign there. Here we go. Here's my Strava results. Look at my heart rate, 135 beats. My maximum heart rate's 144. So I was going up that hill at what, 95% of my maximum heart rate, pushing, I know it says only 190 watts here, but I was actually pushing about 450 watts in some places, which is, you know, a reasonable amount of effort, and I wasn't working terribly hard. But this is the reason you need to do a ride through, because if someone had ridden through there and seen how much effort it takes to get up that hill, they probably would have sprayed some symbols on the road with arrows to say turn right back at that corner, because trust me, you are not looking up looking for signage. Now there's the old one-way sign coming out of Springside Street. Have any of the maps been updated to not use Springside Street bi-directional? No. So that hasn't changed either, but yeah. And I did actually see a cyclist emerge from there. We will see her later on. So I guess somehow she got confused and went the wrong way. So we continue chugging up the hill here. Is there any diversion signage? I can't see any. Nothing cyclist specific as usual. Why? Because it's all so small and it's white. Whereas look at all this other stuff, all this detour signage. It's large and it's yellow. Now here's a classic. I know where the sign is for the cyclist sign. It's on a pole to our left. Can you see it? That's where it is. This was taken last week. That's the sign. Where is it? Let's go back. Can't see it, can you? Because a work truck has been parked in front of it. Smart move. Really smart move. I bet no one considered that. No one bothered to check on sight lines and visibility of the signage. Wasn't exactly sure where the heck I was supposed to go. You know, these ladies were moving cones around and stuff for some very confused drivers, but anyway, I just took a punt and came up here and waited for this person to do the slowest U-turn in history, and they were rat running through the petrol station, which is a problem. So we come back down here, and yes, we're going to go down Springside Street this time, not Moody Street, which is what we came up. And we can go down Springside because it's one way from Victoria Road. and I decided to stop here at the corner of Springside Street to take a photo of this tiny little cyclist sign. And again, oh, and watch the cyclist, right? They've just come up Springside Street, where it very clearly says one way, and they've got no idea where to go. So what do? That lane on Victoria Road has been coned off, and if you look carefully, you can see a guy that's walked out of the side office, and he's yelling at that what are they? Uber delivery person, whatever, saying, "No, you can't go down there," and telling them they've got to go down Springside Street. And I did say, really that's a safety violation that should get, reported, because if people are so confused they're doing stupid things like that, then there's a problem, isn't there? Anyway, why couldn't that sign be like this nice big yellow sign on the bottom, as large as the pedestrian signs are? I mean, we can see going again down here, there's a nice big yellow detour sign, great big red prepare to stop sign, great big orange workmen ahead sign, big yellow diversion sign up a pole there. All this signage, it's big, it's bright, it's yellow. Oh look, a couple of kids on bikes. It's not just adults and mammals using this stuff. Which way do we go? There's detours in both directions. Don't really know, bit confused. Again, can't see a cyclist sign. If you can find one in that picture, please let me know. And again, we come up to this corner, find the cyclist sign. Can you see it? Can you see it? Do you see it? On the pole there on the right? Probably not. It's really easy to miss, because why? Oh, it's small and it's white. Whereas all this other diversion detour signage, it's big and it's yellow and it's got black lettering on it, and it stands out really well, so it's easy to see. So we come up to the mangled signage up here. Can you see the cyclist sign on the pole there? Probably not, because it's the smallest thing in there. It's probably the size of 2 cigarette packets. Come down the hill here. Oh look, big detour ahead, yellow sign. Where am I supposed to go? Straight ahead, turn left. Imagine coming down here, never been down this way before. You want to know how to get back on the Iron Cove Bridge to go to Drummoyne. Where the heck's the Iron Cove Bridge? I mean, I've just come from Bondi, for instance, and I'm an English backpacker. I'm not a local. Where am I going? Where's the signage? Show me where to go. Coming along here, now we do know there's a sign that's been stuck on a pole there on the left. Is it of any use? Probably not. We pop out here. Is there any signage? Is there any signage?